We ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapping. Sitting high up on the stone. With my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapping. Sitting high up on the stone. With my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapping. That's how a nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how a nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They font that shit in your face. It's like every day it's the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapped in. Yeah, ride around this coast. If we show up, then we still
got hairy legs.
Around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped.
I got hairy legs.
When my foes out, got the world clapping.
I got hairy legs.
So your main girl in the private section. Hey, someone be too hard, wanted to be, and then what I became. Ended up going my own way, but I couldn't stay in my lane. Now if I'm honest, I've taken a liking to wearing these chains. They hold me down, make it easier when I start feeling the pain. Out of the overflow, your heart, they say your mouth speaks. Well, my heart must be fucked up, cause I can't speak and I can't sleep. So I stay woke in the daydream. Got shit to do, got the world to see. Got the same crew, got some new fleets. There's an empire, fucking boutique, that's real. I only see what I feel, got a new plate with the same meal. On a new hype with the same chill, y'all too fake.
USA, greatest country in the world.
Stay in hell, I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, I keep writing like, oh well.
Shampoo my crotch.
Hey, I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah. We ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. With my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. With my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl.
Swole North.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing. Testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 1868 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and Lislaycast. In the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and y'all hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode, and today's episode of the Mancast is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexin' on all you bitches.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Oh, it's the Catalina wine mixer. What's going on, fam? Welcome to the Daily Swole podcast, 1868, live on YouTube, the Daily Swole channel. Make sure you hit that like button right now, beaches, and hit that bell to be notified. Of course, you can also catch the live stream, not live, but you can catch the podcast on Apple Podcast and Spotify. Make sure you subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. That way we get more distribution. Share it with your friends. Spread the love. Spread the love of the Swole fam. It's your boy Papa Swolio. And of course, we have some other shows. Make sure you check out the Swolenormous audio experience, the Red, White, and Swole podcast, and of course, the Swolenormous Procast. Check out all those shows wherever you are listening to this. We got some awesome brand new clips today. We have a brand new one that was fire. This is from the other day, a couple days ago, maybe yesterday, the day before. We went over some TikToks. This one's a hot mess. Obese people have thin privilege too. You might have remembered that now you can have thin privilege no matter how fat you are, because there's always someone fatter. So if you think you're fat and you can't have thin privilege, you'd be wrong, because chances are there's a whale near you that doesn't have your privilege because they're fatter. So of course, now you can be marginalized and play the victim at any size. So that's always nice to hear. So check out that new clip over on the Swolenormous channel, and right here on the Daily Swole channel. Can you drop body fat while maintaining strength? And this is always something people ask. How can I cut carbs and diet down really low and get really lean and really shredded and maintain all my strength? No, probably not. Usually not. If you start dropping a lot of weight, especially fast, you start dropping water, a lot of body fat, you're going to lose strength. You're going to lose strength, maybe if you do it extremely slowly, but there's always a trade-off. Everyone wants something for nothing. So just keep that in mind. People always want something for nothing. You want to stay the same, or you want all the progress, you want all the benefits, and you want none of the downside. But there's always a downside. There's always a trade-off, no matter what kind of training you're doing. So keep that in mind. And of course, we have some awesome action going on this weekend. The exact date and time to be announced. We have a special Father's Day event with Grandpapa Swoleo, a Swole Fam roundtable event. Don't miss out on that. Join today over at swolenormousx.com. And now is the best time to join because we have the Hot Swole Summer Special going on right now. You can learn more over at swolenormousx.com. And look at that. Look at that baby face. Look at that baby face. Look at that young Swole over there. That's my rap name, Young Swoleo. And not only that, now is the best time to join. We have a 6-month special offer going on. We have 3-month and annual options going on over there. So this will be for members only. Again, learn more at swolenormousx.com. And we have your free download for the 7 pillars. So we talk about the 7 pillars of Swolenormous every single day because those are the fundamental principles that we live by. And if you don't know what the 7 pillars are, if you're brand new to the show, first, drop some cherries in the comments down below. You have to. If you're brand new, if Papa Swoleo is popping your cherry, you got to drop that in the comments below. Not only that, you could download your copy of the 7 pillars right there at the top, right there at the top of the page in the nice header. 7 pillars right there for download. All right, let's get into today's awesome action. We have a sexy nut to bust. So drop a comment down below. What'd you smash today? Did you go to the fucking gym? Are you ready to get it on? Freddy the Falcon, the Fitness Falcon, take us away. Bust this nut open, Freddy. Thank you so much. Put some respect on it. Let's fucking go. Let's go. That's a card right there. That's a card. Thank you, Falcon. Thank you, Falcon. Without if you had any doubt of what's going on here, we got Leo drinking like a raging alcoholic. Boo, Leo. Boo. Come on now. Come on, get your shit together. Put it down. But that's a beautiful card. Look at that sexy card. You are looking splendid this evening.
You are looking
My beautiful little,
this evening.
my beautiful little Tessie. Hashtag GTTFG for a chance. That was nice. That was a solid one for a chance to win today's Swole card. Drop that in the comments down below. Go to the fucking gym. What did you smash today? We're talking, go to the fucking gym. That's pillar number 3, bitches. We're going to get into that, of course, in the knowledge cock portion. I want to lay it down for you, but drop a comment down below. What did you smash today? And what are you learning? What are you learning about yourself by being consistent? I got this question on TikTok. I always get this question, and I made a couple videos. I don't think I posted this one yet, but about motivation. Motivation. We'll talk a little bit about motivation after we get through some Swole Fam posts, but go to the fucking gym means a lot more than just pillar number 3. It means a lot more. That's a sexy fucking card. So drop that hashtag GTTFG in the comments down below. Let's get into the tip today, bitches. It is time. Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, we're kicking off today's
What's in the box?
sweet fucking action with Connor. What's up, Beaches? This is from the Swole Fam discussion boards on swolenormousx.com. Connor. Hi, everyone. I'm Connor Jane. I'm 19, 5'9", and 140 pounds, and the definition of skinny fat. I'm also a type 1 diabetic, which is definitely a daily struggle. I want to create a healthier life for myself and learn how to be disciplined. I'm pretty much a beginner when it comes to fitness. I've been counting calories for a good 4 months and going for runs. And while it's been helpful and I enjoy running, I know these two things aren't going to create the body I want. My goal is to get strong and have a leaner body shape. I'm extremely weak when it comes to my muscles. I have bad posture. I have issues with constantly snacking or eating sweets and a slew of other bad habits. I'm so excited to get started on creating a life that's more than average. Connor, fuck average, baby. That's a great post. That's a great opener. That's a great opener for the show, but it's also a great opener, a great first post inside the Swole fam. Connor, you're 19, 5'9", 140. You are prime for bulking. And I think this goes without saying, but it's lifting season. It is bulking season for you. When I say bulking, I'm really talking about lifting weights. You have to lift weights. If you're skinny fat out there, anyone, if you're skinny fat, you must lift weights. You must lift weights. That's not even a debate. You have to lift weights. So of course, we'll help you get with your nutrition, figuring out which foods work best for you. I recommend you do an elimination diet just to test your sensitivities. Remember, an elimination diet is not a restrictive diet. It's not a low calorie diet. It might by default be a low calorie diet because generally when people start cutting out all these inflammatory foods and things that they're used to eating because they just follow some mainstream narrative or the classics, they eat tons of carbohydrates and breads and sugar drinks and sodas and stuff like that. So if you're doing an elimination diet, it's just going to be that learning curve to figure out which foods work best for you, but it's not a low calorie diet. Sometimes it is or ends up that way because people generally undereat. All of a sudden they're getting calorically dense food and nutrient dense food, I should say. Not calorically dense, but nutrient dense food. So they tend to undereat, but it's not a low calorie diet. You can bulk on an elimination. Everyone's kind of on their own custom elimination. Once you figure out which foods work best for you, you're eating those and you're not eating other foods. So it's all perspective. But what's most important is that you are lifting weights and we get you determining which foods work best. And then, of course, raising that signal and staying consistent as fuck. So welcome to the fam, Connor. That is awesome. Gotta start lifting some fucking weights. I'm so glad to hear it, Kate. We got a live comment from Kate. I listened to you to stay focused. I've lost 140-ish pounds in 8 months. Holy shit. And you're definitely a motivation. Thank you. That's fantastic, Kate. Kate with the C. Very nice. Excellent. Booger Bubble smashed some legs, learned even more that I could care less about anyone else in the gym. I'm going to get mine. Let's fucking get it. Yo, I got an evening pump coming up in a little bit. I'm very excited about that. Very excited about that. We got another post from Dylan. Hey fam, just wanted to jump in and say that if you have to miss the gym for a couple of days, you can't let it get to you mentally. I know that most of you already know this, but I know how much it can negatively affect you if going to the gym isn't a habit for you yet. I normally do my workouts pretty early to get my lift in before work. For the last 2 days, I've had to wake up at my normal time to drive 2.5 hours so I can install cabinets for 8 hours in 120-degree heat. After the 2.5 hours of getting back home, after that it's family time, so no gym, but I did do some stretching. I went to the gym this morning though, and I destroyed my legs. Scorched earth is no joke, and I am fucking loving it. Keep crushing, fam. Oh, the fam is crushing. Yeah, the fam is on fire. The fam is on
He's
fire.
on fire.
The fam is on fire. We don't need no fit tea. Let the motherfucker swole. I don't know. I didn't think that one through, but that's an awesome post. Good stuff. Holy 120. Where's the heat wave going on? It's the West Coast, right? West Coast and Southwest. There's a huge heat wave. I saw that on the news. Some places it's getting to be 125 degrees or something ridiculous. Woo! Woo! Man, that is hot. That's fucking discipline and dedication. Good for you, Dylan. Good for you, D-Bomb. All right, let's back up a little bit here. We got one inside training. This one's from Joe. This is from the Swolenormous X, the Swole Fam discussion board. Papa Swolio and fam. Last October 20th, I decided enough was enough. At 5'9" and 243 pounds, I was the heaviest I had ever been. So started listening to you, and I still do, Dr. Saladino and others. Quit booze, went whole on carnivore until a couple weeks ago, when I started to introduce cruciferous vegetables and an occasional sweet potato. My applied kinesiologist has me on good quality supplements instead of crap. I worship whole foods. Started working out 6 days a week, push and pull days, still a slacker on legs. Began spinning and jogging. I'm taking swimming lessons to improve my stroke. It sucks. Well, I currently sit at 173 pounds, glucose sub 80 and resting heart rate of 56. End of May ran a sanctioned 10K, followed up a week later with a half marathon. Training for rock and roll full marathon in November. Sure, I am stacking the deck as it is at sea level and has a 7-hour finish time, but living in Colorado, I train at altitude, so it's all good. Maybe a sprint triathlon in 22. In 22, if I ever get the effing swimming down. Thanks for all you do. P.S. I'm 64. Holy shit. Hashtag it's never too late. Go to the fucking gym. Eat real food. You're only as young as you feel. That is some fucking, we are on fire. 64 years old. Just goes to show there's no excuse. There is no excuse not to be taking control of your health. And you can do this at any age. Seriously, you can do this at any age. I mean, we have some people that are we have a few members, at least in their 60s and 70s, people that are crushing it and seeing massive changes. You ever hear those questions here on the show? I've answered them before. People that are asking if they could still build muscle. We've gotten questions where someone has asked me if they can still build muscle at 40. If they can still build muscle at 40. It's like, fucking shit, I'm 37. You better be able to still build muscle at 40. I'm still building muscle and developing muscle and increasing strength and improving. Of course you can. You can build muscle when you're 80. Maybe not as much, of course, but of course you can build muscle. It's amazing, this mainstream narrative, this classic way of thinking. You're old when you're 40 or 50. That's because people's health was garbage and you couldn't perform in a factory anymore. Just because in social security and all that crap, retiring when you're 55 or 60 years old, that's ridiculous. If you retire, you're dead. Never retire. Never fucking retire. Never stop training. Never stop putting in work. Never retire. Maybe you shift what kind of work you do, but never, ever fucking retire. That's the quickest way just to get depressed and just waste away. Fuck that shit. Good for you, Joe. Good for you. More gorillas for you, brother.
Boom shakalaka!
Fuck yeah. Joe absolutely crushing it. Crushing that fucking game. We're going deep. We're going deep on these discussion boards. We got another one from Sam. Sam writes, "Hi, everyone. My name is Sam." Who would have thunk it? I'm 29 years old and from South Africa, but currently living in Thailand. I've always been the bigger girl, but recently I've let things get really out of hand. I freaked out about 2 weeks ago when I realized I've hit my highest weight of 125.5 kilograms. And for anyone that doesn't know, just multiply that by 2.2. So that's probably what? That's 250 plus 0.2. That's what, like 270, 280? I've tried, in quotes, I've tried so many times before to lose weight, but I can see I was totally half-assing it. But now I'm committed, and it feels different this time. I've been tracking calories, cutting crappy food out, and moving more. Looking forward to sharing in this community and hoping to find support because I don't really have any right now. Thank you. Well, I'll be damned if you're not going to get some awesome fucking support. The Swole fam. I don't think there's any support better than the Swole fam. I say I don't think. That's kind of being I'm being very generous with that. The Swole fam is 100% across the board. And that's what's amazing about all of you and what we're doing here. It doesn't matter where you're starting from. Doesn't matter where you're going. Doesn't matter where you live. Doesn't matter your age. Doesn't matter your sex. Doesn't matter your race. If you are committed to making those positive changes, if you are ready to go all in and really make those lifestyle changes, not just talk about it, not just eat a little better, lose weight for a cruise I got coming up. Yeah. No, we're talking about, you want results? You really actually want to do this? Or are you just trying to get something for nothing? Are you trying to get a lot of results with minimal effort? What are you trying to do? You want to cut corners? Or you actually want to fucking do it? Do you actually want to fucking do it? Yeah? Are you actually going to fucking do it? You're just saying you want to do it. You talking the talk, you walking the walk. Like what's it going to be? What's it going to be? What's it going to be? What are you going to do? What you going to do about it? I know, Falcon. I know. Jesus Christ. I know she looks great. I know she looks great. Man. Quiet, Grandpa. Why does everyone chime in? Why does everyone fucking chime in right when I'm on a fucking roll, baby. I'm on a roll. Quiet. Jesus fucking Christ.
How dare you?
Greta, I swear to God. I swear to fucking God. Jesus Christ. All right, let's do another post before they open their damn mouths again. Tyler, pillar number 4, recovery, again from the discussion boards. How's it going, fam? I figure why not post in the recovery section since there's not a lot of posts. Yeah, you don't really need too much in the recovery section. That's pretty self-explanatory. Recovery covers that's one of the interesting things. We'll talk about that in a moment, but the recovery pillar, it's one of those pillars that really has to do with a lot of other areas. Nutrition has components of recovery, community and environment does, training has components of recovery, mobility has components of recovery, mindfulness. So recovery is definitely a more global pillar. It's going to stretch into a lot of different areas of the 7 pillars. So for sure. And just to keep an idea, recovery can be hydration, sleep, program design, proper structuring. So there's a lot of components of recovery that blends into other pillars. When working out with dumbbells and other equipment in the gym, when done doing a 4 to 5 day train, should I rest certain muscles and train different parts or train them with lower weights? I'm not really sure what the question is here. When you're working out with dumbbells, doing 4 to 5 days of training, should I rest certain muscles? Always. Program design. I'm not sure of the question. I need some clarifications. Move on to the next one because a little bit vague. If you're watching live, Tyler, you can clarify. Yeah, you have to have proper program design. Use one of the programs, 90-day dash, Swole season, scorched earth. You definitely need recovery for your muscle groups for sure. You don't just train everything every day. If that's not what you were asking, you can clarify there. Zandri inside the mobility section of the discussion boards. Sheesh. First day of 90-day dash primer week. Yoga had me all sweaty. Can't wait to complete the primer week and start the actual 90 days. You're doing the 90 days. Primer week is part of it. You're already doing it. We'll talk about that in a second. I'm already feeling the burn. Good for you. Good for you, Zandri. I believe she was from South Africa too, right? Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit. Primer week when it comes to the 90-day dash. Now, Primer week is designed for the on-ramping and the onboarding for the 90-day dash program. So for any of you out there, Primer week is great for doing a deloading if you need to downshift from the intensity. Primer week is also designed to on-ramp people into the more advanced levels of the 90-day dash, just the upcoming weeks. It's not dramatically different, but it's definitely going to give you a nice framework. So it's a lot of stabilization, full body. You get your dick or your clit wet with some Swole Go. So you learn to build that mastery. And that's one of the most important things about the programming. That's one of the most important things about going to the fucking gym or practicing those movements. And this has to do with what we were speaking about, I believe it was yesterday, about allowing your body to adapt. And that's so important. Most times you will see online, everyone's looking for something stimulating. Everyone's looking for a shocking workout, something random, something out of the blue, something just different. People want to be stimulated because you're used to being stimulated with your television, with your phone. You're used to things changing all the time. You ever see someone's living room, wherever they have a TV outside? If it's at night, you're looking in, you just see the colors flashing through the curtains. That's all going into your brain. That's ridiculous. That's a lot of just flashing lights, just imprinting all this shit into your brain. And you're not being active. You're being very passive. You're allowing the TV just to flash and just blast your eye holes with whatever it wants to show you. And all those flashing, changing lights, that can really stress and build a lot of anxiety within someone. Even if you're watching just to relax, it can really overstimulate your brain and make it hard to sleep and add other layers of stress. But that being said, we're used to things changing constantly. We're used to those constant stimuli. So when you're doing a workout, when you're training, a lot of people think it's boring. Oh, it's the same thing all the time. It's the same thing every day. I'm just doing the same thing. I want something different. I want to run. I want to jump. I want to pull this. I want to climb this. I want to do that. Okay, fine. But you're not going to get the adaptation. Adaptation takes weeks and months. You need to expose your body to consistent stimuli in order to garner an adaptation. If you're doing random shit all the time, you might make some general adaptations. Maybe cardiovascular capacity or VO2 max will improve a little bit. Maybe your overall strength will improve a little bit, but you're not going to maximize your progress. You're not going to maximize any aspect of your fitness. Jack of all trades, master of none. That's a general idea. And plus, if you're not adapting properly, it's much easier to overload yourself in an improper manner, or it's much easier to make a mistake because one, your form is not going to be technically as accurate as if you were doing something specifically for a skill over and over again. A lot of people do for example, CrossFit that do high repetition Olympic lifts, and that's very, very high risk. That's a very technical movement. You shouldn't be doing a lot of these movements to absolute failure. When you're doing a lot of these movements to absolute failure, you are really fatigued with your stabilizers, your form, people's attention fails, and people just get fatigued. You make a small mistake and then you tear your rotator cuff, or you have some other type of injury. Very common to happen in random type of exercise protocols. So it's very important to understand that you're putting your body in an adaptation mode. You're forcing a cat into a corner. You want to give your body no other option but to make progress. And most people, no matter what they say they want, usually the thing you want to do is build muscle. Pretty much everyone that trains wants to look better. Pretty much anyone that trains wants to build strength. You want to lose fat. You got to build muscle. That's what you need to do. That's what you should be doing. You want to live more vibrantly, live longer. You want to mitigate your risk of injury, falling as you get older, stabilization, balance, muscle tone. There's no downside to building muscle and to developing strength. Now, you don't have to build maximum muscle and be a professional bodybuilder, but you should be going to build muscle. You should be focusing on building muscle, and you need to give yourself a consistent stimuli in order to adapt. And most people just want that psychological stimulus that's going to be exciting or something different. And just being sore all the time or doing something different because it might make you sore and make you feel fatigued doesn't mean it's getting you closer to your goals. So I really encourage all of you, the Swole fam, if you're part of the Swole fam, you already have the programming broken down, the design and everything like that. But if you're on the outside and you're thinking about your training, really map it out, write it out. What are you doing? What is the goal that you want? What do you want the outcome to be? And are you really putting in, are the inputs accurate? Are the inputs, whatever you're doing, whatever your actions are, your 7 pillars, your daily habits, are those daily habits going to map to the output that you want? Think about that. Do you remember those? This is like I forget what type of math it is, the functions, right? Functions, you ever see how a function works, right? You plug in a number to an equation and here's the outcome. So think of it as a machine. You put an input in, the machine creates that function, right? F parentheses X and whatever the equation is. So you put in a value for X and then the function churns out the output. Whatever you're putting in is going to lead to the output. So what are you putting in the system? What are you putting in the system? What are you entering? If you're doing tons of cardio and you want to build muscle and lean out, have fun just staying skinny fat. You're just exhausting yourself and there's a diminishing return. Cardiovascular capacity is good for your heart health, but you certainly don't have to be running 5-10 miles a day. That's not going to be generally beneficial for most people. If you want the outcome to be, let's say, X, you want the outcome to be a physique. You want to look good. You want to have muscle tone. You want to be leaner. You want to have more energy, more strength. It just really comes down to muscle, building muscle, lifting weights. You can do cardiovascular capacity, but you should be focusing on building muscle. That's all I'm saying. And training can be boring from that aspect. And I don't like using the word boring, but that's what the definition of repetition is. It's repetition. Reps. It's whenever someone does say that it's boring, I'm just using that word because it's very relatable, but monotonous, the same, repetitive. Well, why do you think it's called reps? Because you're doing the same thing. You're doing a curl. 1, 2. It's not supposed to be fancy. It's not supposed to be exciting. It's not supposed to be stimulating. It's supposed to be overloading to your muscles. So it doesn't have to be exciting and fun. You could do Zumba all you want. You're probably not going to look that much better or much different, which is why most people in Zumba classes are obese. It might be fun. You like to dance. That's fine. You could do that. You could do that for entertainment. And yeah, you're physically moving. All right. It's better than sitting on the couch. Straight up. But it's not really going to make night and day difference for your physique. If you do that in conjunction with proper nutrition and fucking lifting like a beast, yeah, sure. It can be a great addition. But that's what it is, like a little spice. It's a little entertainment. It's a little fun. But you're not putting in work. Put in fucking work. And it's going to be repetitive. It's going to be the same over and over again. And this is why most people don't get results. This is why most people don't get results. Why? Because they're searching for entertainment. They're looking for that fun. They're biasing their training. They're biasing their inputs towards, this is what I like to do. Irrelevant. That's what you like to do. Okay, it's a bonus if you like it and it's what you need to do to make it work. Personally, I love lifting. Do you know why? Because I also associate it with the outcome. I know what the outcome is going to be. I know by doing A, B, and C, I'm going to get X, Y, and Z. So I like it. And I learn to like it. Doesn't matter if I actually like it or I think I like it. Who cares? Is it a placebo effect? Doesn't matter. I need to do this. You need to fucking do it. Whether or not you like it, it doesn't matter. So you better fucking learn. You better learn to like it. You better learn to love the outcome. Appreciate the process. Appreciate the fact that by doing this, I'm going to get that. It's going to be a lot of reps. How many times have I done the same fucking curl over and over again? I'm trying to think, how many curls have I done in my life? How many squats have I fucking done? Literally the number. Who knows? Tens and hundreds of thousands of reps. Who the fuck knows? Reps. Oh, I don't like curls. I don't like squats. No one cares. 0 people care whether you like it or not. Comes back to motivation. No one gives a fuck. You're not motivated? Oh, you don't feel like it? Okie dokie. I did a video today. I didn't post it yet on TikTok, but I'm saying you don't necessarily have to feel motivated to brush your teeth. But if you don't brush your teeth, you're not going to have anyone who wants to get within 10 feet of you. Does it matter? I'm not motivated to brush my teeth. The fuck does that have to do with anything? If you want your teeth to rot out of your face, then don't brush your teeth. Motivation has nothing to do. I don't feel like I'm not motivated to shower. Ew. You nasty bitch. You're fucking gross. Just saying. What does motivation have to do with it? Just make sure that you are mapping your inputs for the output that you want. All right. Just some thoughts there. Let's take some fucking questions. Nice little knowledge cock to get in there. But again, hashtag go to the fucking gym. What does go to the fucking gym means? It means exactly that. Go to the fucking gym. That's what it means. You need anything else than that? Seriously, what other inspiration do you need? What other information do you need? Go to the fucking gym. I'll go to the fucking gym. Go. In other words, do it. Go and do something. Go start. Go walk on the treadmill and then wake up and then get into it. Not every workout has to be intense, have to be fucking lifting. Go do some stretching. Go do some cardio. Just go. Just go. Go lift something. Go do some kettlebells. Go do more mobility rather than heavy strength training. Go do higher repetitions. Fucking go. Go do it. Move your ass. All right, let's take some questions. Drop in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole. We'll take a couple questions. Let's see. First one from Imara BND. Papa Swole, if I walk every day the same distance, will I plateau? Yeah, very quickly. That's the simplest, that's the shortest answer. The simplest question. Absolutely. If you do the same thing all the time, yes, you will plateau. Your body will adapt to that very quickly, and it'll be good for you. It's good for you psychologically. It's good for you to move. But yeah, you have to, it's called progressive overload. You need to walk further or do 2 walks a day the same distance. Sure. You know, a plateau for what? What do you think you're going to get for that? It's general health. You're just defining a plateau. Yeah, doing the same thing all the time and not improving or not overloading. Yeah, of course you're going to plateau. Absolutely. Let's see. Kate, what kind of supplements and vitamins do you prefer? I go with Garden of Life. Thoughts? I think Garden of Life is actually owned by just a massive company. I don't know if it's owned by Walmart and one of those larger companies. So, you know, a lot of these it's all the same company, essentially. These are just sub brands that kind of adjust shift the marketing a little bit for different categories, but the parent company. So a lot of people don't like some of these supplement companies because of their parent company. I don't take any vitamins like that. I eat organ meats. If you eat organ meats, you're going to get all the vitamins and minerals that you need pretty much. Sometimes some magnesium, but check out in my Amazon store, Ancestral Supplements. Get your beef organs, get your liver, heart, kidney, spleen, bone marrow, blood, all that good stuff. Those are the ones that I recommend personally. Because I use it. Alpha Tyler, Papa Soil might be a vague question, but is cold better for health than warm generally? It depends on the application. Let's see. Delvey Tremblay. Quote, how does your life habits translate to your goals? Thanks. I really needed to hear that today. I've mostly always been a lurker around here, but you guys really helped me to stay in the right mindset to achieve my, quote, impossible. Good shit. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Rihanna, Papa Swole, would water workout be good for active rest days like swimming? Sure, that's a good thing for active rest. That's a good thing for active rest. I mean, if you're not necessarily you particular, but anyone that's obese, that's definitely better form of cardio than walking or running, putting a lot of stress on your joints and putting a lot of stress on your knees and in your hips. So water aerobics or water workouts, they have water dumbbells, right? Those foam things that can create some resistance, but swimming and stuff can be good. Of course, it doesn't provide overload for your bones, but it does decrease the impact. So active rest can come in many different forms. Some people like to go and play basketball. Some people like to just go for a walk. You do some yoga, but definitely as long as you're getting your mobility or yoga and that type of like focused active recovery, you could do more like general physical activity, stuff like that. So definitely nothing wrong with it. All this stuff has context as to how it fits into your programming and your flow. So in other words, as long as you're getting in your meat and potatoes, sort of like the staples, a lot of these things are seasonings on top of your everything else you're doing. Tyler, Papa Swole, what are good exercises to lose my man boobs and turn into swole pecs? One thing I would say, make sure you're getting plenty of sleep. Make sure you're lowering your stress levels and cortisol as much as possible. So meditation, rest, recovery, proper program design, getting rid of environmental toxins, phthalates, plastics, sprays, fragrances, Axe body sprays, colognes, soaps and shampoos that have phthalates and other, petrochemicals and stuff in them, BPA and all the other BPs and shit like that. That's a big one. Make sure you're not getting in any soy in your nutrition. None of those, estrogenic foods. And also in terms of the muscles, make sure you're doing chest dips are one of my favorite exercises for getting the lower fibers of the pecs. So those are great. A lot of that stuff is hormone based, where your body is storing body fat. And a lot of times people have quote unquote man boobs because of higher levels of estrogen as they're growing up, puberty and environmental factors. And that can depend on the person too. But sometimes people that go through puberty have, they get gyno and stuff like that. But it's possible. Okay, let's take a couple more questions. Let's see here. Nocturnal Warrior, Papa Swole, how often should I do abs? That depends. If you're doing a lot of free weights, you might not need so much. A lot of people think that you have to do abs every fucking day. It's just not necessary. If you have the muscles, you have the rectus abdominis there. What's more important are the core stabilizers. So doing vacuums, doing bracing, drawing in maneuvers, making sure you're training your core, strengthening your hips, your glute activation, balancing out your hips, lengthening and strengthening your hip flexors are very important. Making sure that you are strengthening those core stabilizers rather than those movement muscles like the rectus abdominis. So a lot of people just train their abs and do crunches nonstop, but they're just actually amplifying the imbalances with their lower back and with their glutes and with their hip flexors. So you just don't want to do a bunch of sit-ups. You're tightening up your hip flexors. You're not really lengthening them, mobilizing them. Your hips can still be unstable. So you don't have to do them all the time. I don't do them that often. They get hit so much by doing tons of kettlebell work and mace bell. If you're doing kettlebell work, you're doing windmills, you're doing Turkish get-ups, you're crushing your core and your abs. You are crushing them. So I prefer to train my abs via free weight training rather than just doing crunches. Or sometimes do some leg lifts and stuff from the bar. Those are great. Or some planks or some Papa Swole presses. So that's really great. Or walkouts or ab roller. Those are really cool. But you just don't need to do them as much as you think. It depends on what you're doing them for. If you're doing MMA or something, or, jujitsu and stuff where you can really benefit from a lot more strength in those areas, depends on what your purpose is for doing abs. But most people just look at the superficial muscles and think, oh, that's where your abs are. But really what's most important is what's deep and what's underneath that's supporting the visceral organs. Let's take another question from Instagram. Tavon Felt. What's the best place to start when developing your chest? Well, geez, we got a lot of got a lot of titty questions today.
Yow.
The best
Yow.
place to start, I mean, all over. My favorite exercise are chest dips, where you're going for a wider grip and you're leaning forward a little more slightly. Make sure at the top you're getting a full protraction. You're really pushing those scapula forward at the top of the movements. You're really getting that maximum, pec minor action. You're really getting full contraction of the pec fibers. Also, to get the clavicular head, great things to do are incline bench, also reverse grip presses. One little tip I have too for bench pressing is make sure you're not flaring your elbows too far. Make sure you're not going way too wide with your shoulders. You shouldn't be 90 degrees with your elbows. Bring them more closer in. You're going to take a lot of pressure off your shoulders, a lot of pressure off your shoulder joint, your rotator cuff, and you'll place them more on your chest. So don't be afraid to change up the grip. Dumbbells are great because you get a lot more horizontal adduction. You get a lot more of that squeeze by pulling those elbows in towards one another. There's a lot of different methods, but dumbbell pullovers are awesome. Just make sure you're getting all the different aspects of the chest, mixing up those things like flies and presses and different angles. But that's a great place to start. And also, if you want to really activate your chest, make sure you're also working on your middle and lower trapezius and your rhomboids, and you have good alignment and good balance in your upper body. Because if you are in a deficit, or deficient with activation in your middle and lower traps and the muscles on the posterior deltoid, and those muscles, posterior rotator cuff, rhomboids, major, minor, as well as the middle and lower traps, you're not going to get the full stretch. You're not going to have the full support. So don't forget those opposing muscle groups. Don't forget the antagonistic muscle groups, because packing your shoulder blades, really making sure they have good stability. Remember, in the master classes, we're talking about the shoulder girdle, the muscles that attach from the axial skeleton to the shoulder blade, to the scapula. Those need to be strong, because if you are locking in and you are stabilizing your shoulder girdle, then you can provide more force through your shoulder joint, which is going to be the muscles that attach onto that, be it the lats, also the pec major, and such like that, and the anterior deltoid. So very, very, very good. Let's see one more. Tim C 073, in regards to your last post about supplements, do you use any type of pre-workout? Maybe some black coffee. I didn't drink coffee for like a couple of weeks, like 3 weeks. I just had some yesterday and today. I've had a little bit of coffee. Mama Swole got a local roast from her new studio nearby. Super fresh, and it smelled so good. So I had that's delicious. So, and it's interesting. So a lot of you have heard me talk about, I went off coffee for a while. I didn't have any headaches, didn't really have too much withdrawal. I feel great without it. I had some again. Don't feel that much different with it. I'm not sucking down espresso. I'm not drinking too much of it. Just feels good. It feels fine. So I would just recommend maybe mixing it up and trying to unplug from it a little bit so you can test it. Some people are really sensitive to caffeine and don't realize it. If you have a lot of anxiety, or if you have a lot of, issues falling asleep, could be you're drinking too much coffee, drinking too late. Maybe you don't have a good quality coffee, but that's very important. Let's see, pre-workout. There are, I do have that in my Amazon store. If you go to swolenormousx.com/links, I have a brand that you just want to be careful. A lot of these pre-workouts either have a little bit of stevia or monk fruit extract or any of these sweeteners. Just be careful you're not getting too much. You can also get raw ingredients and make it yourself for the standard active ingredients like citrulline, malate, beta-alanine, creatine. You can just mix them yourself. It won't taste good, but you're not going to get any of the artificial flavor, fillers and things like that. So those are also good options, but I do have one general option that's pretty clean, fairly clean, in my Amazon store if you want to check it out. Let's see here. Alpha Tyler, how many reps and sets should I focus on when it comes to building muscle? It's all about progressive overload. It's very standard. You always hear the classic 3 sets of 10, but that depends. Anywhere between 6 and 15 repetitions, making sure you're progressively overloading, increasing the volume gradually over time. That's what's important to building muscle, getting in sufficient calories, sufficient protein, getting enough rest, being consistent as fuck. This is why it's a challenge. And I'll post another video after we sign off here on TikTok, but that's why it's a challenge. That's why it's a challenge to bulk, because people think that, hey, how many reps and sets should I build muscle? Fuck, that's important, but man, that's only one part of it. You're only in the gym for an hour. Let's say you train every single day. That's 7 hours a week. Do the math. 7 divided by 168. What's the math on that? Let's say you train every day for an hour. 7 hours divided by 168 hours in a week. All right, someone pull up the math right now. I forget what it is right now. So 7 divided by 168, that's the percentage of time that you are in the gym. So you tell me what's more important. Being in the gym, what you're doing in the gym, sure. If you don't have that stress, if you don't have that overload, you have nothing to recover from. You have no reason for your body to use to use the protein, to use the calories for building lean tissue. So it's important to create that stimulus. My point is the time allotment that people spend in the gym. It twists people's brains as to what's more important. Going to the gym is really important. Sure, I say go to the fucking gym. Today we have the card, go to the fucking gym. But what about the time that you're spending in the gym versus the time you're spending outside the gym? So I'll do the math right now. I'm seeing a couple people pop it up. So 7 divided by 160. So it's a 4%, all right? 4%, 24%. What the fuck are you guys, what math are you guys doing? It's 4%, 7 hours in the gym a week, right? 7 hours is 4% of the week. Let's say you spend 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day, that's 8%. That's 8%. Okay, so 92 to 96% of your week is spent not in the gym. So what's going to be the determining factor for you getting results? Sure, the gym is very important. The gym is very important. But if you do the math and you think about the numbers, what you do outside the gym is much more important just by the percentages. And again, if you don't go to the gym and provide that stress, you're not going to build the muscle that you want. So it's really hard to say it's more important, but by the quantity, the amount of time, the amount of your life that's not spent in the gym, the rest of the 96% of your time, 92, 96% has to be focused around the 7 pillars, has to be focused around repairing and giving your body the tools in order so you can grow from the stress that you undertook in the gym. Straight up. It just puts some perspective in your schedule. Yes, the gym is very important. Yes, you should go to the fucking gym. But there's a lot of time outside. A lot of time outside. So don't write that shit off. That's what's up. Right there. Ah, John. Papa Swole, so we've been chatting about the deltoids lately. With Ivor the Boneless walking on his hands, will his shoulders adapt indefinitely or eventually give out? Well, he's dead, so fuck that guy. No, I'm kidding. What a great show. Thank you. A 10, an 8, a 9.5. Thank you. That was a nice out. Thank you, Elizabeth. 7.5. Elizabeth as the French judge today. Come on. Give me a break. A 7.5. Got hosed. Bullshit. Got the French judge in the house. Will his shoulders adapt indefinitely? No, I think they'll cap out. You don't just endlessly grow and grow and grow and grow. Obviously, you're going to adapt. So however much Ivor the Boneless moves, his deltoids will adapt to be able to handle that. Just like your calves and your legs will handle you walking regularly. You know, if you don't walk ever, if you never go for a walk and all of a sudden you put your shoes on and go walk for 20 miles, what's going to happen? You're going to have blisters. You're going to be sore. Your Achilles might be sore. Your back you might be fatigued, right? Your feet might be sore the next day because you're not used to it. You walk regularly, you'll be fine. Same thing with barefoot activity. If you go barefoot for the first time, you never barefoot, you might feel all these muscle soreness in the bottoms of your feet. Whatever it is, might be cramping a little bit. You might feel sore in your calves because all of a sudden your Achilles tendon, because all of a sudden your heel has dropped a lot more. You're always wearing heels. So your Achilles tendon's usually shorter. So now it's being lengthened all of a sudden. A lot of you might feel that if you ever go sailing or boating and you're not used to it because you're stabilizing nonstop and you don't realize that you're skateboarding or snowboarding. Let's say you never go snowboarding or you don't go that often. You're going to be super sore because you're not used to that stress. You go all the time, you'll adapt to it. Yeah, fuck shoes. Fuck those shoes. Foot coffins. Fuck that shit. Fam, it is time. Might have missed a couple questions. I hope I didn't, but probably did. Anyway, keep those in the holster and we'll try to get to some more real soon. Remember, use the hashtag #GoToTheFuckingGym for a chance to win today's Swole card. Make sure you hit that like button. We're live on YouTube, the Daily Swole channel. Hit the bell to be notified. And of course, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Check out the Daily Swole podcast. You don't want to miss out on that.
Oh, you can!
Swole fam fucking crushing. Am I right, Freddy? Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right. It's time to go balls deep. Mother.
That's deep.
How deep can we go? What do you think? How deep can we fucking go? We have a repeat offender, and we got a couple videos today. I love those fucking videos. We love videos. That new clip on the Swarmers channel is a video, so don't miss that one. That was a great one. We got a repeat offender, fam. Drop some dookie in the comments below. What do we got here, fam?
What's in the box?
We got one from Christy Harrison. Oh my God, I know. All right, so Christy Harrison is our resident dunce cap dietitian from Instagram, and she writes, let's see what we got here. In most cases, the advice to cut out foods for hormonal balance is just wellness culture doing its thing. Oh my God, wellness culture now? Spreading misinformation in order to whip up fear and thereby create demand for products and content. Do yourself a favor and say no to these bogus hormone diets. Jesus.
Everybody knows you never be a full retard.
Well, everyone but Christy knows that. Holy crap. Okay, well, yeah, foods do affect your endocrine system. Environmental toxins affect your endocrine system. What about the Dr. Shayna Swan talking about phthalates and plastics and stuff in our environment and foods that are found in foods based on the processing that shrivel up your fucking taint and make men more female, more feminine, and make women more masculine. Oh, shocker that we're having a lot of issues with gender identity in today's culture suddenly out of fucking nowhere. It has to do with the food for sure. It has to do with the food for sure. For sure. Social media and the fucking garbage food that's destroying our bodies. Wellness culture. Nothing like that wellness culture, diet culture. Nothing like the boogeyman. Always got to blame the boogeyman. Hormonal balance. Wellness culture doing its thing. It's not bogus. It's pretty well known. I'm really shocked, but okay. We got a caption here. We got a fucking caption that's going to try to explain this. She writes, in most cases, the advice to cut out foods for hormonal balance is just wellness culture doing its thing. Spreading, okay, it just copied the fucking text. Why would you copy the text in the picture into your fucking caption?
That's fucking bullshit.
Why are you wasting everyone's time? In parentheses, also notice I said in most cases. That's because in the rare instance when someone has a genuine food allergy or intolerance, like celiac disease, for example, avoiding a particular food can potentially have positive effects on hormone health. But those examples are very much the exception, not the rule. Celiac disease is a small percentage. Gluten sensitivity is a high percentage. There's a lot more people with gluten sensitivity and issues. So not so much an exception. It's very, very common, by the way. In next week's edition of my Food Psych weekly newsletter, I answer a reader question about whether they really need to cut out particular foods for hormone balance and explain why the most likely cause of their hormonal symptoms has nothing to do with food. Then what else? What does it have to do with? What does it have to do with? What are you talking about? You literally said nothing. You're making a blanket statement, but saying, oh, there's exceptions. No shit. It's called statistics. You have outliers, but it's very common to have endocrine disorders and endocrine disruption from the food you eat. It's very common. It's very common. Where do you think a lot of these issues come with? Skin, hair, nails, with emotional stress? Your gut-brain axis is extremely important in mental health and mental well-being. This chick is an absolute train wreck. Talk about just garbage content. What's this post? I feel like, did we do this one already? This is another shit post. I don't know what this is. There's no caption here. There's no such thing as a healthy weight. That's diet culture talking. Diet culture, wellness culture. How about stupid culture? Idiocracy culture. It's pretty much the movie. Today's day and age. There's no weight you can achieve at which you will be immortal. What the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck is that?
What are you talking about? Has anyone ever said that? There's a weight where you'll be immortal? You see how this exaggeration? No. There's no such thing as a healthy weight. You can never be immortal. The fuck does that have to do with anything? Who said that? Who is saying that? Who is saying that? I'm supposed to believe you now just because like there's no way. Oh, thank you for stating something obvious. There's no way you could jump into outer space. No one can jump that high. Why? Thank you. Thank you for that. There are people of all sizes all over the health spectrum. No, there aren't. Oh, there are. There are people of all sizes all over the health spectrum. And the health spectrum would include the disease spectrum. You're talking about the spectrum? Yeah, there are people of all sizes. So this is supposed to try to leverage that you can be fat and healthy. You can't. If you're obese, you're not healthy. That's the definition of not being healthy. It's the definition. It's the definition. Yeah. Adding healthism. Oh, there we go. We got another ism. Healthism. Adding healthism to fatphobia does not make it a better look. Healthism. What is that? So racism is thinking you're better because of your race. They're trying to promote racism, right? You know, the society today, everyone wants to bring back and amplify racism. So healthism is being against someone for being healthy, right? You think you're more healthy than other people because I don't understand what the healthism is. I don't know what that is. Sounds like you're an idiot. Sounds like you're stupid. Just sounds like you're stupid to me. It just sounds like dumb. It just sounds like an idiot speaking. That's all I see. That's all I see is someone that's trying to get attention. Okay, so we got something else here. We got a video. We got two videos. I don't know what these are. We got two here. Oh God. Oh, I hate this guy's face. God damn it. Fucking I hate your face. I don't want to see your face. Oh, I don't want to see your face. We have a fatphobic video and we have an internalized fatphobia video. Should we go fatphobic or internalized fatphobia? I don't know. They're all going to be awful. This is all going to be terrible. I don't like your face. Let's do that one first. I want to get this face out of my face. Let's see.
So it's fatphobic to not want to be fat? Yeah, actively not wanting to be fat is fatphobic. So I'm fatphobic for not being fat. Am I supposed to want to be fat? Wow, do you love to miss my point. No one is saying you have to want to be fat. Just stop encouraging size change in general. So you're saying that exercising and being smaller bodied doesn't inherently make me fatphobic. You're not fatphobic for exercising. I exercise too, and so do plenty of fat people. And being smaller bodied doesn't make you fatphobic. Growing up in a fatphobic society makes you fatphobic. And that's not your fault. It's not my fault either. But we have to deal with it. It's a bias that we're taught that we have to fight. I'm just hurt because it feels like you're shaming me for caring about my health and having an eating disorder. And I don't know how to process that.
Because you're a
I'm
victim
not
pussy.
shaming you for anything. I'm just suggesting that you have uninvestigated fatphobia that you should investigate.
God damn it, I don't know what it is about your face, but I want to deliver one of these right in your suck hole.
Is there anything I can do to work on that?
No, not really. It's your face.
Oh my God. Holy shit. I'm not shaming you for anything. He's talking to himself. He's pretending to, I don't know what he's trying to do. Trying to get views. I'm just suggesting that you have uninvestigated fatphobia that you should investigate. You have stupidity that you should remedy. Uninvestigated fatphobia that I should investigate. What? Hold on a second. He talks to himself and he says, "You're not fatphobic for exercising. I exercise too, and so do plenty of fat people." All right, being smaller bodied doesn't make you, all right, being smaller bodied doesn't make you fatphobic. Growing up in a fatphobic society makes you fatphobic. You hear what this bullshit is? It's the same anti-racism, racism bullshit. Anti-racism is racism, by the way. Growing up in a fatphobic, so if you can, in other words, same thing with the racism and XYZ, this whole victim culture. The society is evil. The boogeyman is bad. The boogeyman is evil. So just being here, it's the same thing with racism. If you can blame the entire culture, everything is systemically racist. There's white supremacists running around. There aren't. White supremacy is almost non-existent in this fucking country. They're trying to bring it back so they can blame it. They're trying to, the woke left, they're trying to bring racism back so then they can have an enemy. They're trying to create an enemy. You need an enemy in a cult. Okay, you need to have an enemy. You need to have an other. You need to have other people that, oh, we have to band together against these evil fucking Nazis that are running around. Okay, it's the same thing with this fat phobic bullshit. If you just because we're born here, I'm just white supremacist by association because I'm white and I'm born here. No, you can seriously go fuck yourself.
Fuck yourself.
And I know he's not talking about racism, but it's the same concept. Okay, growing up in a fat phobic society makes you fat phobic. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I don't like his face. That's just my opinion. All right. I'm not saying anything about the guy. I don't like when someone's trying to smile like he's doing a Dentine commercial or something like that. Right. He's like doing an ad for like an orthodontist office or something like that. I don't know why he looks so scared. You can close your eyes a little bit more. You don't have to smile every time you talk. It's cool. Sounds like you're just a whiny little baby. And you hear at the beginning, and eating disorders are real, but he starts complaining and virtue signaling about his eating disorder, right? In his pink shirt or whatever, when he's trying to play this other person. I'm just hurt because it feels like you're shaming me for caring about my health and having an eating disorder. Stop using that as a shield. You have an eating disorder because of your own assessment, or maybe some therapist told you did. Fine. People have all sorts of issues. But stop using that like a shield. You see this with all this fat phobic woke bullshit posts because you have this eating disorder, quote unquote. Some people do. Everyone's going to be different. A lot of people just want to have something that they can use to play the victim. They put those hashtags at the end because guess what that is? That's a shield. Don't hurt me. You can't hurt me because I said I have an eating disorder. Now you're a mean person. Now you're assaulting me because of my eating disorder. If you play the victim, all of a sudden you're the weaker part and like, oh, you're such a mean person. Can't use that as a shield to me. I'm not buying it. Fine. You have something cool. Some people are handicapped. Some people are tarded. All right. Some people aren't too smart. Sometimes those coincide. Sometimes you have more than one thing. Sometimes you're not that smart and you have an eating disorder. Okay. The problem with our society is that you are not being taught to take personal responsibility. You're being encouraged to play the victim. You're being encouraged to list every single fucking hashtag possible so people feel sorry for you. So you can't be attacked. So you can be protected in your safe space. And no one's going to hurt your fifis. No one's going to hurt your fifis. Yes, you'll be okay. I love you. You're beautiful just the way you are. You don't have to try. Here, you get a trophy. You get a gold star because you're a good boy. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Oh, yes, you are. You're such a good boy. You're such a fucking good boy.
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
I'm going to send you a fucking hobo's dick cheese. How about you get a hobo's dick cheese? I'll give you that. All right, this is the same kind of pushback. Look, if you have an eating disorder, I get it. There are a lot of people that have that. But as we all know, some people have diagnosed eating disorders. A lot of people lean into that, and a lot of people self-diagnose and just say they have an eating disorder. I would say most people in this country have an eating disorder. You know why? Because most people are overweight or obese. Most people are undiagnosed, just like prediabetes and just like diabetes and just like metabolic disease and metabolic poor health. Most people have that. They're just not diagnosed. If you're overweight or fat or obese and you're eating crap food, honestly, I will this is an aggressive opinion. If you've had fast food in the past month or year, fuck that. You have an eating disorder. You're eating that fucking shit. No fucking joke. You're eating that fucking shit. You might not like what I said, but I don't give a shit. You're eating like literal trash. That's an eating disorder. How the fuck can you think that's food? It's 2021. Do you have a brain cell functioning? That's not real fucking food. Most people in this country have an eating disorder, which is why most people are unhealthy and dying from preventable disease. Jesus Christ. Don't take any personal responsibility. It's not your fault. It's everyone else's fault. It's the society. It's the society. It's all these people that are born in a society and you're the enemy. How? Talk about a first world problem. Same thing with depression. Severely overdiagnosed. Eating disorders, severely overdiagnosed. These are real issues. But they're real issues that are hijacked, just like body positivity. Body positivity was hijacked too. Body positivity is supposed to be for amputees and burn victims. people that have situations that they can't fucking change. You got stretch marks? That's what body positivity is for. Okay? You're missing your legs? That's what body positivity is for. Hijacked by fat acceptance. Body positive. Fuck you. Why are we all forced to, just to pretend my subjective opinion is being railroaded? I don't have to think you're beautiful. That's subjective. I don't think you are. I think you look unhealthy. I don't think morbidity is attractive. I don't think that's beautiful. You might have a different opinion. That's a wonderful thing. You can think whatever you want. I disagree, and I happen to voice my opinions very loudly. You don't have to like it. That's the difference. I don't hate you as an individual. If you say dumb stuff, I'm going to say you say dumb stuff. I don't hate this guy. I don't hate that guy. I think he's a fool. I think he sounds like a little biche. That's my opinion, and I'm allowed to have it. And you don't have to agree, and that's cool too. But a lot of language. This is a battle of language. And that's why it's important. And that's why we cover it every day. And that's why we discuss it in this sense. It's very important to understand what is happening. Your opinions are being forced, actively and passively. You're being backed into a corner to just say and to comply and just to say what they want you to say. Oh, fuck that shit. Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Why don't you get the hell out of here before I snap your dick off and jam it into your ass?
Nope. Might like it. Might like it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Haha. You like that shit?
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Go to the fucking gym. Let's bring this shit back around. It's all right. It's all right. It's the boogeyman. It's wellness culture. It's your society. It's your society, fam. Your fucking country. That's right. You were born into it. You're fatphobic. It's just uninvestigated. It's just uninvestigated fatphobia. Those were the words that came out of that person's face. It's uninvestigated. You are fatphobic. You listening and you watching, you're fatphobic. You just haven't investigated it yet. Oh, let me sleuth that right out. What have we got, Watson? We got a case. We got a case of the fatties on our hands. It's like you're playing fucking Clue. It was the body positivity advocate in the kitchen with the Doritos. Dun, 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 dun. That's a new, should we do that? Should we do a fat acceptance clue? Everyone's in the kitchen. Everyone's found in the kitchen or the couch. And it's usually the Cheetos or the ice cream. That's usually what it is. That's the killer. That's the killer. We should have like a video game, right? You have a video game. You're having like an imminent like insulin or a sugar spike, and you have to like rush around. You know those games where is it the Little Nightmares where you're trying to like run around the house and escape like the demons? You should have something like that where it's a horror movie or something like that, and you have to find the insulin. Oh my God, my blood sugar's spiking. I just ate the Twinkie and I have to hunt and the timer's counting down. I have to find the insulin quick. You got like diabetes video games. What was I going to say? I think I actually didn't finish this point. So Danielle, you reminded me, growing up eating as much as you want, fat privilege. We are so well off in this country that we have eating disorders. Why do you think we have so many vegans in our country? Seriously, I'm not saying that vegans all have eating disorders, but we're so well off in the United States that we have the ability to go without food. We live in a country where fasting is like, oh, is this a good diet approach? What about intermittent fasting? You mean not eating? You mean what fucking 90% of the world does every day, not by choice? Fucking eating disorders from eating too much. You have too much fucking food. You have too much food and it's my fault? We have too much food and you eat too much and it's my fault for telling you what you don't want to admit to yourself in the fucking mirror? It's my fault because you don't like stepping on the scale to see how much you fucking grown? It's a doctor's fault for being fat phobic because you're too fat. You go to the doctor's office and you're not going to get weight on a scale because the doctor's fat phobic. It's not because you're too fucking fat and you're embarrassed by it. So you have to blame the doctor. It's you're afraid of my size. Doctor's like, I don't give a shit. I'm not the one on the brink of death. I'm not the one that's going to get diabetes tomorrow. How is it my fault? How is it my fault? We have so much excess that we have people that are addicted to too much, that can't stop eating. And what we're doing is we're making excuses for them to keep on fucking eating too much. We're changing the language to pretend like that's okay. Is insane. It's fucking insane. It's insane. It's not my fucking fault. I'm actually doing something about it. I'm making an active choice to not stuff my fucking face with garbage food and exercise and create my environment and surround myself with better people and better food and discipline, because you're not going to find it outside. Parents aren't teaching their kids discipline. You're not learning this. You're being indoctrinated in schools. You're being pumped full of garbage media, and you're being fed shit fucking food. It's your fault for being mean to me. Stop it. Everyone's fat phobic. It's wellness culture. It's diet culture. It's white supremacy. Fuck all the way off. It's none of those things. It's you. It's you. Why are some people successful in this horrible environment? Why are some people successful when everything is against everyone? It's because some people actually put their heads down, put their blinders on, and put in the fucking work and don't bitch and moan on fucking Twitter and Instagram and Tumblr and shit all day. They actually do it. Okay, most people that have jobs and responsibility, they're not online complaining all day. So maybe making those videos about stop hurting my feelings, fat phobic society, with all the captions and all the text, that doesn't happen really quickly. Guy probably spent a fucking hour going back and forth, changing his hoodie and making the video. You could have fucking gone to the gym, eaten better. You just fucking go do something with your life. Get a job, for God's sake. All right, I'm done ranting. I want that. It's always extra.
Shampoo my crotch.
He's on fire!
Oh, what in the world was that? Fuck yeah, baby. Fuck yeah, let's fucking go.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
God, what the fuck are we doing? Oh, what the fuck? Let's wash that sound out of our. Fuck yeah! What's left of it? What's left of it? I feel like America has been condensed to Texas and Florida. I feel like there's just Texas and Florida. It's like it's the same thing as same thing about going to the gym once or twice a week. It's like that 4 or 5 or 6%. Oh my God. What's going on, fam? What's going on here? What's going on here? We have such amazing abundance that we have eating disorders. Think about that. You're lucky you're able to be fat. What, millions of people in China live on less than $2 a day. Hundreds of millions of people. You're complaining because someone said a naughty word or something you didn't like to hear. Welcome to the internet. Welcome to the fucking internet, the place where people say shit that you might not like. Who would have thunk it? The internet? No way. You can always tell who grew up on the internet and actually was on the internet. I don't know. I feel like there's only a few years. I'm always shocked when there are people that are in their 40s and 50s or in their 30s that are whiny little bitches, because I grew up with the internet. I really grew up with it. When I was 9 or 10, I was on AOL first. We're talking like AOL 2.6 or 2.7, the earliest version. We had to type in a screen name to see if they were online manually. Going online was like $2.95 or $4.95 a minute dial up, 14.4, whatever, 12.8, whatever the fuck it was. You go online, you're on chat rooms and shit, playing Xbox, years later, and I don't know, people are savage. How did people grow up with the internet like that? How did people grow up with the internet like that? How can you be offended today? How are people so easily offended on the internet? Maybe that's why I can make the content that I do. I really don't give a shit what people think. I feel like a lot of people miss that. How do you take offense from something you see online? How the fuck does that happen? Legit. How does that happen? It's the fucking internet. I still think about that to this day. I'm like, it's fucking internet. I don't give a shit. Yeah, you're disconnected from it, but seriously, why are you taking offense to it? Sure, if you go online, understand you're going to see shit you don't like. You're going to hear things you don't like. Someone might say something mean to you. Oh no. Harassment and bullying? Jesus Christ, that was the internet. Literally what it was. And I was like, okay, it's pretty much the standard. But hey. All right, let's see. We got one more. What do we got here, fam? What do we got here?
What's in the box?
I am the danger.
I'm on fire. Let's see what this is. Did that come over? Let's see what this is. See what we got here, fam. Let's see what we got. Oh,
okay.
shit.
So this is an internalized fatphobia issue, which is like, I've struggled with that too. I get that. It's a rough kind. So the context, I posted a cute video of a cat who happened to be fat, and somebody immediately commented like, is he on a special diet to help with that? Even though it was like just a video of like the cat existing happily in my partner's home.
Fat cat.
And so like to that commenter or to anybody else who had a thought like that, I want you to ask yourself, why is your first automatic thought when you see a fat being existing, like they must be on a diet, they must need a diet.
They should be.
A doctor must have put them on a diet. I strongly suggest you Google health at every size because as much as the mainstream would have us believe that it is impossible to be fat and healthy and to eat intuitively, it is not.
Yes,
Science shows that diets do not work and that bodies are diverse.
Bodies are diverse, which is another way of saying because someone can be fat, that they should be fat and we should pretend like that's healthy. That's not true. The reason why people think that a cat or a person is or should be on a special diet or should be trying to lose weight, think about that. Why would we automatically think that someone should be trying to lose weight or assume that, oh, that must be that cat, because cats can get diabetes too. Do you think, lady with the red hair, do you think that it's healthy to have diabetes? Do you think it's healthy to lose your leg? Do you think it's healthy to go blind? Do you think it's healthy to have metabolic syndrome? Do you think it's healthy? Is that healthy? This chick's never heard of prediabetes or metabolic disease. The whole diets don't work thing is based on that, 95? It's bullshit. If you're doing anything stupid, again, if you're doing a stupid diet protocol, some cliche lemon juice and maple syrup, fit tea crash, 1,000-calorie bullshit, guess what? It's probably not going to work. Do you know why? Because you're doing something stupid. That's a dumb diet. That's a dumb approach. You're doing something that is not going to work from the start, and then you're shocked that it's not going to fucking work. Most people have a high time preference. They want it now. So you want to lose weight quickly. Guess what? Your body doesn't give a fuck. It's going to adapt slowly over months and years. You're not patient like that because you want that shit Amazon Prime. You can't handle the effort and the sustained effort. And you're not willing to go deep enough into your daily habits to make those changes structurally to your life. It all starts with the way your mind is working or not working, I should say. You're not taught properly. You're not taught to excel. You're not taught to never give up. You're not taught properly in school or by your parents. And that's just evident with the nonsense that you're spewing here. Not just the nonsense coming out of your scalp with whatever the fuck color that is. Now, I know some of you in the comments, some of you watching live, you have colored hair. You know what I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. Anyway, that's silly. If you make a bad choice and you do something wrong, if you build a car with square wheels, it tain't going to roll well. It's not going to be successful. It's not going to be a good outcome. It's not going to work. It's scary to some people. It's frightening to people to do things that are challenging. It's frightening to get outside your comfort zone. It's uncomfortable to put in work and effort day in and day out, weeks and months, not 100% sure that you are going to make progress, but then all of a sudden you start seeing those incremental changes in your body. That's the delayed gratification. That's the lag time for your body adapting to those changes that you're making. You're not going to see it right away. It's going to take some time. How many people want to overhaul their life and make these changes and uninstall the garbage operating system that was placed inside your head by your parents and by society? I'm not saying society is perfect, but it's certainly not fat phobic. Society is absolutely pro-fat, and that can change over time. All right. The more we learn, we've never had more information at our fingertips than ever before. So whereas in the past, you could be lied to a lot easier. Now you're able to be lied to, but you can easily find out what's true and what's fake and what's biased and what's manipulated. You can find that out easily. That's why most people believe the mainstream narrative, because they're not actually, they don't care. Most people don't give a shit. Most people just want CNN or MSNBC or Fox News. They just want, hey, tell me what to think. They tell you what to think, and then you think that way. Most people don't actually want to dig. Most people don't actually want to know the truth, which is why most people don't look. Because if you lift the veil and you look for the fucking truth, it's going to blow your goddamn mind. And it's frightening. When you understand the truth about the economy, the truth about the government, you understand what's going on. Yeah, it's not going to be comfortable. It's not this warm little Willy Wonka's paradise where everything's fluffy and everything's going to turn out all right. No, it's a house of cards. And it's a lot of smoke and mirrors that can crumble at every fucking time, any fucking time. Okay? It's not comfortable to look at yourself in the mirror and realize, hey, I'm the fuck up. I'm the one that's been fucking up. That's why I don't have results, because it's my fault. It's not comfortable. Why do you think most people don't do it? It's not comfortable. When you're the one to blame, oh shit, it gets real real quick. It gets wee fucking wheel. You can't handle that. You know why? Because you're going to feel attacked. Silence is violence. Words are violent. They're not. Your personality just sucks and you're a weak individual. You're a weak person. You can toughen up though. You can strengthen. But guess how that happens? Resistance. You got to put yourself through some uncomfortable situational changes. Resistance. You'll adapt over time. But it's hard to turn that mirror on yourself and to actually take action with that. So I get it. I get it. I can see the fear in your eyes. I can see the discomfort in your eyes. If I see a fat cat, yeah, it's a fat cat. You know why? Because my eyes work. My eyes function. If I see a human being that's wider than they are tall, that's a fat person. Do you know how I know? Because I can see them. I can see the fat spilling over their jeans. I can see the fact that they are looking like a balloon. It's not complicated. I don't need to weigh someone on. I don't need to put you on a scale to know that you're fat. I don't need your BMI. I don't need your body fat percentage to say, hey, that person doesn't look healthy. Is it because you're a unique snowflake and you deserve everyone's respect just by existing? No, it's not true. Respect yourself. You don't need my respect. I'm not required to respect you. I will, because I'm not a complete fucking lunatic. I'm not going to be yelling at people on the street. I don't know about this chick's personality. All I know is based on what they say and the arguments that they're making, I can only gauge IQ and intelligence. And you can see where people are being manipulated because the same narrative that people are spewing every different direction. It's not based on reality. It's based on your feelings. It's based on your sensitivities. It's based on your outlook and your education and your knowledge of history. It's okay to not know things. It's not okay to pretend like those things don't exist and to not pursue them. Just because you're not happy doesn't mean everyone else is wrong because you don't like the way you feel or you like the way you look. Why can some people make amazing changes? Oh, it's because you're unique. You're the rare person where hormones don't function. You don't need hormones. Who needs hormones? That you can intuitively eat and eat whatever the fuck you want. And I have to pretend like you're healthy and pretend like you're wonderful. Sorry, I don't have to do a goddamn thing. You also don't have to like it. I'm not the mean one. I'm just willing to say things that you might not like to hear. And just because you don't like it doesn't make them any less true. That's all I have to say about that, Jenna. I keep changing to the wrong screen. All right, fam. Wow. Holy shit. Oh. Wow. That's interesting. That's some interesting stuff.
You make me happy.
Well, fam, seriously, the reason why you might look at someone who's obese and assume that they're probably trying to not be that because we know that's not healthy. We know that's not a good thing. We know it leads to a lot of preventable illnesses. And if you want to do that to yourself, I can't stop you. So no one, any of you watching right now, you can't, if you want to do that, someone wants to do it, you can't, there's no reason debating this. There's no reason arguing this. These people do not want to change. And they don't want to change to the extent that they're actually going to dig their heels in, create movements, create this narrative as if they are winning the game, as if they are being virtuous, and they're more virtuous than you. They're more compassionate than you, right? They're kinder than you. They're gentler than you. They know exactly what's wrong with this country. It's because of fat phobia. It's all this systemic oppression. Sure, in the freest country in the fucking world, that's exactly what's going on. These people need to get off the internet. These people need to get off Twitter. These people need some hardships in their life. And guess what? They're bringing those hardships right to their doorstep. That's what's going on. Everyone, and that's the problem. That's where it's all going to come crashing down. That's why it's decaying and crumbling. Because all the people that can't handle hardship, all the people that can't handle real challenge are the ones that are probably not intentionally, they're creating these challenges. They're going to tear this shit down and they are going to be exposed to some serious uphill struggle. And you know what happens with obesity and uphill struggle? They ain't going to make it too far. Ha ha. You see what I did there? They're not going to make it too far. Get it? Walking up a hill. We need some more marches though, right? If you're obese, we need some more marches. How about the 1,000-mile march for obesity awareness? How about the 1,000-mile march for fat acceptance? They get to the end, they're all shredded and lean. How about that? Okay. All right. Coming on. What we got here? Anyone in the comments? That was nice, right? That was nice. All right, let's give away today's Swole card. Go to the fucking gym. Fucking fire. Remember, subscribe to Daily Swole Podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. If you're ready to join the Swole fam today, learn more about our amazing community, SwoleNormousX.com. We got full programs, yoga studio, meditation center, full workout program, workout archive, Swollen 7. We also have full programs, 90-day dash, Swole Mastery, Swole Season, Scorched Earth, all laid out for you, available 24/7, 365. Join today over at SwoleNormousX.com. We have our Swole Summer Special going on right now, and we have a sweet go to the fucking gym card. Let's give this motherfucker a shway, shall we? 3, 2, swam. Scroll, stop. Scroll, stop. Nope. No, gotta fuck motivation. Swole fam's the tits. 3, 2, no. No, round 2. 1, 2, 3, and go. Keep dropping it. Keep dropping it. We're close. We're close. Someone's going to do it. Someone's going to do it. Oh. 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 No. No. Microaggressions. I love seeing these comments that I missed during the show. Rihanna Bixler, congratulations. Go to the fucking gym on this shit. Congratulations, Rihanna. I feel like you won one recently. Congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com, swolecard1868 in the subject, and your mailing address in the body of the email. Very fucking nice. Congratulations. Remember, fam, you can win multiple times, and many people do. The more you show up, the more you play, the more chances you have to schwinn. Congratulations. Go to the fucking gym on this shit, and I'll tell you what, that's good fucking advice. So congratulations on winning today's Swole card. And tomorrow, fam, we have some fucking FEF going on. We got some FEF. Fucking Friday is tomorrow. Super stoked. So go get your pump on if you haven't. Go do some stretching, go sauna, go eat some food. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Freddie, take us away. Indeed, my friend. Indeed. You're welcome, Peaceful Bandit. Thank you for being here. I want a handful of swole sluts. That's what I like to hear.
60% of the time, it works. Every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Savannah, go to the fucking gym leg day today. Go get it. Go get it on. Had some good rants today. Felt good. Felt really nice. Nice rage. I see you, baby. I see you.
He's heating up! Oh, you can!
Well, thank you so much, fam, for joining me for episode 1868 of the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Soozcast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, y'all flex. Ooh, one hand, y'all flex our biceps. Oh yeah.
Bigger stickers?
Drumsticks.
He's on fire!
I know, Falcon. I know. I know. Settle down. Settle down. We got the jam coming up.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Fucking rockin'.
Boom shakalaka! Chicks will dig you, or dudes, or whatever gender thing you're into.
Hard. Sorry, Freddie. Sorry. I know. I know. Settle down. No one cares about your fucking problems.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand, and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
That's all I gotta say. Wow.
Wow.
All right, fam. We'll see you tomorrow for 1869. Ooh, 69. Our favorite number. It's everyone's favorite number. Make sure you join the fam today over there, swolenormousx.com, and we'll catch you tomorrow for 1869. Peace, McGeese, deuce, magoose, ya boy, Papa Swole, yo, oh, 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 oh.
crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs had the bass smacking. 808s had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing, like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans, I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you laid, that's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint shit. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm